Hello boys and girls, welcome to Math Time with Mrs. Idas. Today we are going to make a cornucopia so that we can measure it with our dots. And today you will need a blue background piece of construction paper, your brown cornucopia, your mini fall harvest here, and the cornucopia story. So let's go ahead and begin by coloring the fruits of the fall harvest. So let's get our brown and color the stems of the pumpkin. This looks so much like our masterpiece of the month. Color the apple stem and the pear stem. Excellent. So what color is a pumpkin, boys and girls? Orange. So let's go ahead and get our orange and color in the orange pumpkin. All right, up and around. Don't get in those grapes or that pear. All right, let's do a section at a time. Will be easy for us to see. If you want to trace the line, you can do that as well. It adds a little bit more detail and it makes it look more realistic. There we go. Now we know where to color. Color the middle section of the pumpkin. Careful with the apple and the pear there. Color, color, color. Nice wow colors staying inside of the line. Getting all of the empty blank spots. And the last section. Careful with that little apple there. Good job, friends. Up, 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 up. And over. Very nice. Beautiful pumpkin. Pumpkin is definitely a fall harvest fruit. Let's go ahead and get our red. We can color our apple. I think I'm going to trace the outside line of the apple like I did with the pumpkin because it looks so nice when I do that. All right, and now let's color the inside of the apple with red. I love the colors of the fall. They are so happy and bright. The harvest brings us good food to eat, and we could put it in our cornucopia, our horn of plenty, to share. Beautiful. Okay, let's get the yellow for our pear. Here's our yellow. Again, I'm going to trace the line of the pear, that curvy line. It's so curvy, just like the two ovals and the pear we made. Okay, color it in. Careful with that little grape. Beautiful. Good job, friends. Now you can decide if you want purple grapes or green grapes, okay? I think I'm going to go ahead and use purple. So I'm going to trace some of these bigger curves, just like this. All the way around. If you like to trace the curves on the inside, you may. If not, you can go ahead and start coloring the middle of your grape bunch. I'm going to go ahead and lightly color it in. Look at that nice big bunch, that cluster of grapes. It looks so realistic when we add details. Beautiful, beautiful. Great job, friends. If you'd like to add a little bit of green, like a green vine on your grape, you can also add some swirly whirlies for a vine and maybe a little bit of a stem. There we go. So once we've colored the fall harvest, we're going to do a cut around the whole bunch of fruit. I'm not going to cut them separately. I want to keep them together. So you can kind of think of doing a bubble cut or just use those outside lines to guide you. Around and around. We're keeping all of the fruit together. Up and around. We're only cutting the outside lines, none of the inside lines. So you gotta turn your page and keep going around and around. Take your time so you can do a great job. The grapes might be a little tricky, but again, just go up and around if you need. And around and around. Curvy cut, curvy cut, curvy cut, curvy cut. When you get to the pear, go down and around. Remember, you can always pause the video if you need some time to finish cutting. Okay, now that this is done, I'm going to put it to the side and I'm going to get the cornucopia, the horn of plenty. It's already brown, so we don't even need to color it in. All I have to do is cut the outside shape. So here we go. Just get your scissors and cut along the outside of the lines. And make the curvy cut. Just go up and around. Use your other hand to help you turn the paper as you go. Up and around, just those outside lines. Just like this, as such. And around. There we are. And around. Curvy, curvy, curvy cut. And then I just like to go around the outside edge of these little ovals. There we go. Now you have a cornucopia shape. All right, time to put our cornucopia together so we can start to measure. So get your light blue background paper, all right? And let's see, where will the cornucopia fit? It fits horizontally. If we have our paper vertical, the cornucopia will fall off the edges. So that's why we need it horizontal. All right, friends? Now I'm going to get some glue, and I'm putting the glue on the back, this blank part here, because I want to see the details. So roll up your glue stick just an itty bitty bit, and go ahead and start putting some glue here on the back of your cornucopia. You don't need too much, mainly the edges, maybe a stripe in the middle. And then turn your cornucopia around and bring it here to the edge of the blue paper. There you go. Press it down, nice and firm. Wonderful. Now it's time to put our harvest inside of the cornucopia. Look how realistic that is now. So turn over your little fruits. Again, put an itty bit of glue on the edges. Careful. Go carefully because the paper, if you go too quickly, might rip. Okay, nice and careful. And then put the fruits inside of the cornucopia basket and press it down gently. Excellent. All right, we just need to put our glue to the side for now. And on the little piece of paper it says, cornucopia, let's all share. Let's measure it from here to there. I used blank squares. Well, friends, we don't have these squares just yet to measure. These are little square cubes that we can use to measure. But guess what we do have? We have our dots. And our dots are about the same size as our squares. So we will go ahead and use dots today, all right? So get your counting dots and let's go ahead and measure our cornucopia from here to there, all right? So I'm going to start here at the edge. There's 1, 2, 3, measure with Mrs. Ides, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It takes 10 dots to measure from here to there. So inside of our little box, you can get your flare pen and you can say, I used 10 squares, but they're really dots. So under here, you could write D, A, I use 10 dots. And don't forget the most important thing, it's your name. So go ahead and write your name inside on this line inside this little box. Cover your pen. And since our name is here and our measurement is there, we need to add it to our project. So go ahead and collect your dots. Dot, 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 dot. All right? And we are going to put the title at the top and then glue this on the back. Before we glue it, I want to see the word Cornucopia. So let's write these letters here at the top like a title. So start here kind of in the middle. Use your flare pen. C. What's the next letter? O. R. N. Keep following the letters in the word. U. C. O. P. I. A. And I'll put an exclamation point because I'm excited about my project. Cornucopia. And you can put your artist name again down in the corner in the front. Fantastic. And then you can cover your flare pen. And now let's flip it over and glue the story piece here in the back. It is fun to share fruits and vegetables inside of Cornucopia. And we've been learning about the harvest and sharing for Thanksgiving. Wonderful. So put it right here in the middle. Roll down your glue like a turtle. Cover it, snap. And now you are done with your measurement cornucopia. I sure hope you had fun measuring with me today. See you next time. Bye, friends.